go. Ooh, this one's really pigmented. Oh my. This is funny how much blush I have on right now. Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a get ready with me video for y'all today, playing with some newer Moira products. So I placed an order. I love their stuff, so I love trying out their makeup. So I just purchased a bunch of things and thought I would try them out on camera with you guys today. Ended up doing this look, so this is what we will be doing together today, and just kind of playing with some new makeup. So if you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Leslie. I love to do get ready with me's, new at the drugstore videos, favorites, some fashion and home content, just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, gonna play with some Moira products, so let's get to it. Okay, so I already applied some moisturizer, so I'm gonna use this Dream Canvas Vitamin Primer Balm. Vitamin Primer Balm, it says it's a velvety texture face primer that helps achieve a soft focus and shine-free look while it protects, blurs, and primes for the perfect makeup canvas. It talks about kind of like what's in it. Okay, so this is what it looks like, the packaging on it. Ooh, it feels very smooth. Kind of like one of those primer balm type products. Has a hydrating sort of a texture to it is how I would describe it. Did it say? It says shine free look. I feel like this makes me look more shiny. Hydrated, but that's interesting. So I don't dislike it because I like hydration. I think my skin looks nice, but I don't know. It just kind of looks more like hydrated versus shine-free and primed for makeup, if that makes sense. So I'm applying some foundation. I'm using the Moira Complete Wear Foundation, weightless full coverage. And I mean, it's applying fine, but I just really don't notice any kind of real benefits that I'm getting from that primer. I don't know. So y'all have to let me know if you've tried this. Maybe if you have more kind of dry skin, I'd like to know your thoughts on it. What do you think? Okay, I applied some eyeshadow primer, just used a random one. Now for brows, I'm going to use this product. This is the Moira Angled Brow Pencil in Taupe. This is what it looks like. This side is a little spoolie, kind of a cone-shaped spoolie. And then this is what this brow product looks like. So it's one of those kind of brow definer, kind of larger brow pencils, which I really like these because usually they get you out the door quicker. So let's see what we think of this. So kind of a thicker formula, it seems like. It's filling in my brows quickly, so definitely a quick to use brow product. But it does seem kind of just that thicker sort of a formula. Yeah, almost kind of like, I don't want to say crayon-like, but just that thicker kind of a brow product formula. So I think this is one that will get you out the door fairly quickly and give you some, you know, semi-full looking brows. But if you want that kind of fluttery, individual brow hair look, I think it would be a little bit challenging to get that with this brow product. So I think it kind of depends on what you're looking for. I don't dislike it though, because I like to get out the door quick and I'm fine with my brows looking like this. So overall, not my favorite brow product, but I do like it. Then I got two different shades of these Lasting Primer Cream Shadows, 2-in-1 primer and shadow. I got Peach Nude, pretty packaging. They always have pretty packaging. This is Peach Nude. So let me show you a swatch of that. There really wasn't a color that looked like it would match my skin tone. It was kind of there was a white, and then the next shade looked a little bit too deep and yellow for me. So I went with these just to kind of use more as shadow. And then this one is Rose Sand. Rose Sand. So overall, they have a nice texture to them. Ooh, that's pretty. So there is Rose Sand. Here are the swatches. Rose Sand, and this one is Peach Nude. Those are pretty. So definitely more of a pinky tone, definitely more of a kind of, I don't want to say bronze, but just a warmer bronzer tone. Use Rose Sand all over my lid. Oh, actually, this is pretty good for a base shade for me. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and take this up my lid. It's been a while since I've used a MAC paint pot, but from what I remember, this does feel pretty similar to that. That definitely did cancel out redness on my lid. I really shouldn't have used, the reason I used a different eyeshadow primer is I wasn't planning on using one of these all over my lid, but ended up doing that. So I bet this would work really well as an all over eyeshadow primer for me. I wasn't expecting that color to work. Okay, now I'm gonna use some of Peach Nude all over my lid. Overall, really liking those. I used to use products like these a ton, like every single day. I don't use them as much anymore. I don't know why, but this seems like a good formula. So if you use these kind of products, I think this seems like a good one. I'm gonna do just a really soft neutral look with this palette. You Had Me at Makeup. So I'm gonna use those top neutral shades, these two right here, in my crease. This is Beautiful and Glam. Beautiful and Glam. Actually, crease in all over my lid. I'm going to use some of Up from this palette in my outer corner just for a little bit more dimension. I'm going to clean up my brow bone with just a little bit of face powder. Then I got this Micro Tip liquid liner. It says waterproof. Oh, and it says brush tip. Ooh, I did not notice it said that. Usually I like kind of in between a felt tip and a brush tip, so ooh, let's see. Let's shake it a little bit. It sounds like it's one that would need to be, oh, it's really tiny. It's a micro tip for sure. And it said that, didn't it? Micro tip liquid liner. Okay, so let me find a mirror to apply this with. Let's see. So it's not full on a brush. I would say that it is definitely less of a kind of pin tip. It's got a little bit more bend to it, but not too much. So I don't mind this. So definitely did better on this side. I mean, this is totally personal preference. It's nice and rich and black. It wasn't patchy or a bad formula. It's really just the applicator, and I think this is just personal preference. Is this the kind of applicator you're looking for? A little tiny micro tip applicator that is more brush-like. It's kind of like a in between a felt tip and a brush tip, but more towards a brush tip. So I think it just depends on, is this what you're looking for? This won't be one that I reach for regularly, but just because of personal preference. I went ahead and applied some mascara. For concealer, I'm going to use the Mega Concealer. I have it in 125 Bisque. It's definitely a thicker, tackier formula sort of concealer. It kind of reminds me of the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. Definitely not that thick and not that full coverage, but kind of moving towards that sort of a texture. This still has really good coverage to it. It, you know, covered up blemishes and under eye discoloration. So I would reach for this kind of like the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye if I just want really good coverage and that thicker, tackier sort of formula. So I'm going to set that with the Lavish Pressed Finishing Powder in Light. Now we're moving into some products that are usually my favorites from Moira, which are their cheek products. So I got one of these bronzers. Look how pretty. This is the Signature Bronzer, and I got 01 Sunkissed Honey. Sunkissed Honey. So here is the packaging. And then here is the bronzer itself. I'm guessing this is an overspray. Let's just look. Yeah. And I'm not going to want that glitter on my cheeks. So pretty in the pan, but I don't want that on my cheeks. So I'm just going to kind of wipe this a little bit. And then it looks like a lighter shade underneath there. So if you want some kind of like shimmer on your cheeks, you could definitely use that. But I more want to kind of like get to the underneath. Looks like there is still some shimmer here. Let's see if that goes away. Yeah. That pretty much went away too, looks like. So there's probably going to be a little bit left over when I put it on my cheeks, but looks like most of that shimmer is an overspray. I was seeing if it said anything about it, but I think it's just a pretty bronzer. So I'm going to get a brush and apply some of this. Just kind of touched all over, sort of went like this. Then I'm going to apply this to my cheeks. Ooh, I like the tone of it. I like the finish. Kind of a little bit of a satin sheen. That is pretty. It's blending well. Yeah, I am a big fan of that. That is really, really pretty. I realized I hadn't applied my lower lash line mascara, so I just applied some of that. Okay, next I got one of these Love Heat cream blushes, and I got the pretty bright pink. So that's why I tried to go a little bit less crazy on the eyes, because I knew that I would have probably a lot of product on my cheeks. So I only got one of these because I am really picky about cream blushes. And I'm, you know, I'm just picky about the formula. So I figured I would try it first. So definitely feels creamy. You can see it there. Ooh, that's a bright color. That's pretty. Kind of looks like it has sort of a glossy finish. But let's see how it looks in a swatch. Oh, definitely glossy. Glossy and has a lot of sheen to it. So let me get a stipple brush, and this is how I'm going to apply it. Just to get a little bit of this. Just get this. A little bit of terrible explanations today. Going to take my brush, tap it in here, and then tap it on my cheeks. Ooh, pigmented. Wow, a little bit goes a long way with this. I went to get just a little bit more, and whoa, that was a lot more than I was expecting. Okay, so looking at it on my cheeks, I don't feel like it's accentuating texture, and it's not looking nearly as glossy on my cheeks as it looked in a swatch. I think it looks actually really pretty on the skin. I like this. Ooh, especially for kind of a summery look or something like that, kind of like that effortless but, you know, blushy cheek look. I would totally reach for this. I love a pink cream blush. I like this. I'm surprised. When I first swatched it and was looking at it, I wasn't sure, but I really like this. Did I tell you the name? I Miss You is the one that I got. I'm a fan. Then I got 3 different shades of these Lucky Chance blushes. Lucky Chance. And let me show it to you. It says Self-Love Endless Happiness. Beautiful. So let me get the 3 colors swatch that I got. Oh, this next one says There's Magic in You. So they must say different things on each one. That is cute. And these seem like a really nice matte formula. I got 3 of these because I figured I would like them, because I've tried other blushes from Moira and I've really, really liked them. So I figured I would like these too. And I wear, I'm just not as picky about a powder blush. So this one again says Self-Love Endless Happiness. So here are the 3 different shades. This one is Melody. I was thinking kind of a blush bronzer, summery sort of color with this one when I grabbed this one. This right here is Dearest. I thought just great everyday blush color. So pretty. And then this one is Amour. Amour. All beautiful. I'm a fan of all of them. I'm gonna start with Dearest and just tap some of this on my cheeks over that cream blush. I have got some blushy cheeks right now, y'all. That's a lot of blush. Then I'm going to put a little dot of Amour kind of on the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm going to blend this. Ooh, this one's really pigmented. Oh, oh my. I'm going to blend this with some powder to kind of tame it down a little bit. This is funny how much blush I have on right now. So I'm just going to take some of the powder I used and dab this, especially along the edges, but then over the top to tame it down too. Definitely still very blushy, but I like it. I like this kind of very blushy cheek look. And last up, I got a couple of different lip products. So I got one of their matte liquid lips, and I think this is a newer shade. This is Seeker. So I tried this out last night, and I really like this formula. The packaging looks so much like the Sephora liquid lipsticks, but formula-wise, this was very comfortable. Didn't feel thick and dry and uncomfortable, just kind of felt like nothing on my lips. And this is a really pretty color. So there is that, Seeker. So it does dry down to be a matte, but yeah, just a more comfortable formula. So definitely a fan of this. And then I got one of these Glow Getter Hydrating Lip Oil. So let me do a quick swatch of this. I don't think it's gonna have a ton of color. I got Bubble Pink. That's so cute, Bubble Pink. So here is the applicator, kind of a scoopy doe foot applicator. Oh, yeah, wow. Not much color at all. Doesn't have a scent to it. There it is right there. It's pretty much a lip oil, just with not really a lot of colors. So I grabbed some lip liners that I already had to wear with this. So let's go with Spiced Tea. Let's use Spiced Tea. Definitely a thicker, tackier feeling. Feels more like a gloss than a lip oil to me. Looks very hydrating. I think it looks flattering on the lips. Makes your lips look full because of all that shine. But definitely just a thicker sort of a formula. When I think of lip oils, I usually think of that slick feeling. This is a more thick, tacky sort of formula. Not bad, just not exactly what I was expecting. Okay, so here is the finished look. Not surprising to me that the cheek products are my favorite products for sure. I think they just look so pretty and flattering on the skin. So definitely a fan of the cream blush, definitely a fan of the powder blush. I like the lip color too, or the gloss. I think that's pretty as well. I like these. I like the bronzer for sure, but I would say my overall favorites are definitely the cheek products. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you to get to see these products in action. Please give it a thumbs up if it was. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these products or any others from Moira. I would love to hear your thoughts on the products. Let me know that down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video.